when you address something head on, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt 9 times out of 10, no matter what religion you are. It's like if grass is wet and if you're walking on it, you're not going to want to stagger your feet because then the wet blades of grass are going to put wet lining on the sides of your feet, the surface of it that had been staggered. Now, I don't want to explain what staggering feet are. If you're pigeon-toed, you're already one of them. In a lighter note, snowboarding has stances where they set up the calibrations of the bindings. If you say you're goofy, which I thought it was funny as a kid, I'm like, yeah, I have a goofy stance, which probably inhabited my pigeon toe that shortly thereafterwards of your feet are then going to be inward, and that's a goofy stance. Like a train car, MLS. If you look at how many people sell their soul to industry, a lot of kids. Okay, so I've got a few questions. One would be of course, constellations, where they've got astronomy, cosmology. Do you know what book would have the Magnetar in it?
Any book questions, I'm going to send you over to Carl.
You're defaulting off the
Nope,
first
because
question.
I'm not sure, and because
Can
he's
I
here,
ask you my
that's
second
his...
question? Have you ever got a book that has relation to shortwave radio?
I don't know. That would be Carl's.
You deflected area. Both questions, and you're a librarian.
I work here at the desk. Carl's the reference librarian. He knows.
But not for nothing.
I can always search it, but because he's here, that's why I'm sending you to him.
So, but you know a lot of different books, right?
Yes,
because
I do.
You're a librarian. You won't answer any of those questions.
No, because I don't know. I don't know the answer.
What books do you know the answer to?
I just know certain different ones, but I'm not going to look those up right now. I'm sending you to Kyle. So.
I'm not trying to offend you in any sort of way.
I understand.
But I am interested in what books you know about.
I read a lot of fiction and mystery and biographies and other type of nonfiction.
Who's your top 5 fiction artists or authors?
Right now, at the top of my head, I don't know.
Well, that's a strong stance.
Anything else I can help you with?
I don't have anything else because you've got nothing at the desk that I'm interested in.
Fine.
But these totes, they got spray painted. You make pundits, so I'm a rap getting a whole lot of money. Yeah, if you don't tell that I'm on point, it's something different than a linearity. I'm not a one to annoy, And if you can't see it, the prefix, I already been a ninja, so I really don't need this, And I like to fill the space up when I'm doing voiceovers, ain't nothing but a clean cut, cuz I'm rolling clean with the mean brush. I ain't mean, but I know what I mean, that, yeah. And every time I get through it, I'm always asking to you, am I really on point with it? This dude said he wants pizza. He calls it the. Shout out to Pizza Planet because I see that on the t-shirts, yeah. If you don't really know the prefix, that's what the origin is. A cross fix to Toy Story was. And it is what it is that I'm always rapping too cool because you know I'm going to feed it to the crowd when I'm on the MC. I'm always on my MC bit, but that's not a funny joke because that is that do through the universities. And I'm not trying to point fingers, but the amount of them is astonishing because once they get a family, which is what a lot of females want, they all of a sudden look at their husband and they have divorce. And Blink-182 made a song about divorce, and there's a lot more happening nowadays than it used to be in the past. And when I say in the past, I live in 2024. And if Trump's president, anyone can be president after him and it won't matter. Tag me in your handle. I'm making a video where an officer is looking at every step I do because I confirmed at our parade in July 4th where he was looking at me. But in Rambo, if you look like this, it's okay. But anywhere else, like on a late night TV show, the producers would be like, the glare out of the side of your face. Conan O'Brien on TV said, my right side of the face is better than my left side. So capture my right. And this is because he's been makeuped by makeup artists every night before he goes live. And he had a TV show for, I don't know, 7 or 10 years, and now he doesn't. But he still has a TV show, but it's not late night. That credential. Still live. There's this person I'm an alumni in a high school I went to. I feel comfortable, so I find people in it. Like this guy, cut to a B-reel of him giving his name. And they're going to become like a dentist or forensics. Between the two, they're actually really coursed because the hierarchy doesn't have anything better, so they use both fields. We can use both fields because Jesus Christ is better than all of them, including the raw sun god. And so any of these fields that uses Jesus Christ's name when the sun goes down, they're obsolete. If that's not a word, they're obsolete. Thank you for slurring. Shout out to Juice WRLD. He made the song Robbery. Look it up. Another tag and handle I can do. But for all intentional purposes, if you're making a family and you're a female, which most of this world is based off females because they're the majority of them, I'm talking directly to you. If you're making one off an industry from a university, you're doing it wrong, and you're going to find out in life a lot of things that are said. You might be accompanied to songs that are sad. But in every case, the best bands would be Hanoi Rocks #1, Motley Crue #2. If you don't understand that divide, you miss everything. But R.I.P. Hanoi Rocks drummer and Tommy Lee, you the best drummer probably in the world. Second place would be a Japanese drummer, Kai, but they're hiatus because the Gazzetti has to end all activity because their bassist died. If you don't understand this divide, I'll tag a picture of my stuff when Rita was alive, their bass player, when I bought their merch, aka a sticker on their CD. I can post this because I bought it, but if you don't purchase something, it's more horrendous. And I posted some horrendous things in the last few days. The latest post of graphics was still uploading to Facebook. I do Facebook and YouTube. Find me on one or the other. All my names are different because they're all burners, allegedly. I have my last name, Sandoval, on Facebook, so there's a lot of Sandovals in Arizona. I feel safe doing it on YouTube, on Facebook, because people know my last name from high school, and it's the only people I'm friends with on Facebook from high school. That handle. I have 3 handles. When you have 3 handles, the producers cut it, even if you look like your face is distorted from Rambo, because it's getting gutter more than the apex of Rambo. That's a threshold. Oh yeah, and Alien Steel Worldwide, he has a depiction where he puts out flat Earth. I have to look up on my history on my phone. There's 2 videos, that one and this other one where it's playing a Reagan Bush song. But for this one, I think it's Steel Worldwide, flat Earth, and he makes fun of Muskrat because he finds a different broadcaster who exposes conspiracies. And talks about aliens wiping cow shit on their skin because they can't digest. They have atrophy of their digestive system, and that's where diseases attack our immune system. What's the connection to these? Find out in tomorrow's episode. Peace. Not at the desk. Got the associate's bill.
Have a good day, Carol. Nice sport. Jackie, have a good sport. Yes, you too.
So when asking for help, it's one of
help?
3 wow. How did you see the button I clicked?
Yeah.
Okay, so first question before any questions. What indicated you to come help at this kiosk?
It lets us know at the computer.
Oh, okay, so that took 5 minutes. See, I saw a different button and you can click it over near your computer.
That one?
And yeah, so that was similar to this one, but this one's even better because it's more discreet. But my friend question is, when I'm logging into this, if I can't log in, can I still look at books?
This is our just for checkouts. Do you want to look at our catalog?
No. I'm interested in this. So let's look at this again. I have two options, and view my account or check out material. I want to look at the books because that's your materials. Do you think
The ones that you have on your account?
Yeah. Is there a different option other than these two?
Nope, it's just these two. This
Alright,
this
so-
machine is just for
No,
checking things
not
in
for
and out
nothing.
and
I'll
looking
click
at your
on the.
account.
I want to look at your books.
Oh, then you have to go over to the other computer.
All right, but I'm interested in this. As you said, I clicked on the material and it brought us to this section.
Yep. So this would be where you put in your library card information because this
okay.
can only access the books that you have on your
Pump the
account.
brakes. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Let's go. Can we go back to the start menu? We're back to the start menu, and it's asking me two questions.
I need to help somebody else at the desk, so I'll be right back.
Good. All right. Yeah, we're just confirm some. Yeah. She had to leave upon helping. This button says click help for help.
Oh, so what do you need help with?
Precisely. We're at the index. What would you call this? The display screen?
Yeah.
The important part is it's giving an option that says check out material.
Right.
Can I check out this material without having to engage in this second option?
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Prima facie, I should have known, but I'm by myself in the shop, renting a board for the first time. Am I goofy or regular? I'm going goofy 9 times out of 10 because snowboarding was just popping off. But similarly with people, someone has a shirt, has text on it. It's now a live text. It's not on the internet. It's not on a phone. You're reading it. So I don't want to say what a walking billboard is, but if I've ever met a poster child, it's that if there's someone who knows that they played Cry Wolf 2 for job security, and then you see them and it's behind cones during a special event, so it's lenient, so everyone's going behind the cones. You go up to the person, they poke you in the shoulder and say, don't get close to me. Now, I'm not irrecoverable. I don't pertain to things that are atrocious, which is why my note of stance is to go head on, so that it isn't sugar-coated and watered down. But if you're to poke someone, and I don't have a death wish either, and then they say, don't come closer to me, you're gonna ask why they just poked you in the first place, especially if they have got a hidden agenda of Cry Wolf, which you know about. It's just like if you're about to engage in physical altercation. I've braced for impact 4 times because I had no choice. I had a pen bottle that I flipped and it hit someone. When people started flipping bottle cap bottles, noticing they're like miniature frisbees, and we'll get there in a second. But then it hit someone, and they jumped up, and it was all bets are off the table. Braced for impact. It was just some short shoves, and that was that. Another guy just out of the blue, I think he might have even tapped me on my shoulder, turned around, and wha-bam! Straight shot to the face, a live round. I caught it. I wasn't even bracing for impact. I was just, the adrenaline was so shocking that I just had to read the situation. He was done. He was waiting for my reaction. Didn't give him one. So it was over. So this is the thing. When someone pokes you, they're like, don't come close to me. They want anything in the world to obstruct the flow of conversation so it doesn't favor why they're being irrational. So they would pray to God for a phone call or a radio message so that they would have to take it to deter themselves from the situation. And so the guy pokes me, he's like, don't come close to me. He's like, then he gets a phone call. He's like, I have to leave. Justice Department, not looking good on that one. not looking good on that one. But what the health department is glorified in saying that, look at all around you. Do you see any problems? Is anyone looking out of place? Are things out of sorts? Know that I've done my job, and it's a job well done at that. Where they could have done the most horrendous job and even made a situation to have a job in. Almost like crying wolf, but you're making up the cry and pretending it didn't happen when you heard the cry wolf. So I'm not saying who's in charge of the health department, but them going on a Tonight Show and then saying that they did the whole 9 and it's a joke. So that's light when you can do that.